Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today, and a happy new year to all of you. Yes, I know I'm a bit late on that. We're in the middle of January, but hey, better late than never, right? Anyway, I do apologise for the bit of a dramatic, clickbaity title like the "We Need to Talk" if this is some ultra duper serious topic. It's a bit serious in a way, but it's not nothing bad, I promise. I'm not quitting YouTube, although a lot of you probably wish I had, given the content of this channel. Sorry, enough self-deprecating jokes. Anyway, we do need to have a little talk about content on this channel, and some ideas I got going from my head that I kind of need some feedback from you guys. Now, originally I could have just made a YouTube post about this, to kind of explain all my thought process and the ideas I got circulating in my head at the moment. But the trouble is, those posts don't necessarily reach a lot of you guys, and I do genuinely want a lot of you guys to see this, and I want to get some of you guys' feedback on this potential idea in regards to certain content on this channel. So, what is that content, you may be wondering? Well, if you're someone who's subscribed to the channel already, primarily I'm a gaming channel. I do Let's Plays, I do one-off funny videos, I do a lot of collaborations with my friends, and I got a bunch of ideas that I got planned for the future. Gaming's the main focus of this channel, but gaming's not necessarily only content I've posted on this channel. There are two series that I've posted on this channel that are very much different from gaming, that being Geek Talks and Geek in Real Life. Now, if you're unaware what those series are, Geek Talks is a series that I do with my friend Force, or sometimes on my own, where we discuss a movie, a game, a television show, or potential trailer. We just either discuss it. It's basically like a big podcast format where we just sit and talk for over an hour about said topic. Just two nerds on the internet geeking out. And it's a series I really do enjoy doing. It's a bit different from all the other gaming videos, and it allows me to kind of branch out and talk about some other medias outside of gaming, specifically, film and television. The other series that I got is Geek in Real Life, which, as you can tell, is sort of like a vlog. Not necessarily a vlog series, but more IRL stuff, where occasionally I might post a vlog where I might say, for example, go to a Comic-Con, or if I do any sort of event in the real world that I feel that's vlog worthy, I would make one of those videos. But primarily I also do it about, other geeky sort of stuff, like where we're doing mystery boxes opening, or car parks opening, or just talking about a very specific product or toy, maybe like a Funko or comic, whatever. That is the purpose. It's more like my IRL series to get to know me on a bit more of a personal level. Those are two series that I have been doing for, I guess, the past year on this channel, and I really do enjoy making them. I really do enjoy, and I've got plans to make more of those videos in the future. In fact, I've got a lot of potential ideas to do with those series. But here's the thing. You see, over the Christmas period, while I was taking a break from YouTube and just enjoying the festive season with my family, I really got thinking about content on this channel and those two specific series, and the thought process I've had going through my head was, it feels a bit all over the place. You see, like I said, primarily this content is gaming, so a lot of people watch this content for gaming, and if you're subscribed to the channel and watching me for gaming, first of all, thank you, I really do appreciate the likes, subs and views, but you then might not necessarily be interested in those particular series. You might enjoy me playing a game, but you might not give a shit about me as a person, or me talking about like a figure or a Funko or whatever in the real world, or you might not be interested in me talking about a film for 2 hours. Vice versa, there might be people who watch those series, specifically more the Geek Talks, I think that's the more popular series, that go, oh, I really enjoy him, I really enjoyed this little mini podcast type thing we got going on, where we talk about this movie for 2 hours, and they might subscribe to the channel, but then the trouble is, all the other content on the channel, in between those videos, is often, gaming, and they might not necessarily be interested in gaming content. They might just be here for the vlog videos, and I do worry that making all these series and very different things, even though it's all part of this geek culture, that's my primary focus, talking about geek culture. I'm a geek, hence the name Everyday Geek. But I do worry that with this geek culture and things, I'm just going to end up creating very different audiences, that this channel is going to feel all over the place at times. There's going to be people who are here just purely for the Geek Talks. there might be people here for the gaming, and there might be some of you who might be interested in the IRL stuff like mystery box openings and whatnot. And the trouble is, and I feel like I'm just creating 3 different audiences. I know some of you guys might enjoy all content, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you. But, you know, being a smaller channel, and I am fully aware that I am a small channel, I'm barely a blip on YouTube, that trying to grow as a creator and trying to bring in new people, when you're doing content that's very kind of different, you know, like Geek Talks is very different from my gaming content, and my gaming content is very different from my IRL content, I'm worried that I'm just going to be pulling all these different kind of audiences who might see one of these videos like a Geek Talks video, and they're like, oh, I really enjoy someone subscribe to this, but then they might then not stick around the channel because they're not interested in the other stuff. They're not interested in the gaming content or the IRL stuff. And that was a thought process I've had kind of all over the festive season. And I have an idea of how I could potentially fix this. Where if you're here for the gaming content will stay. But if you're here for the Pacific Geek Talks or the IRL videos, and only want those content videos and not all the other gaming content in between, I have a way of potentially doing it, and that is the idea of creating 2 brand new channels. One for Geek Talks and one for the IRL content. Now, I do want to say, this isn't set in stone yet. This isn't like a, hey, we're doing this, it's guaranteed, it's done. This is the reason why I'm making this video, is because I do genuinely want to create a discussion with you guys and just kind of get some of your feedback. Now, this is an idea that isn't just like a, I could do this. This is a genuine idea that I've had serious consideration and thought about for quite a while now, of potentially making separate channels and putting those videos on those respective channels. That way then, depending on what kind of content you want from me, you can go to the individual channel and just only see those types of videos. Now, I am no stranger to running multiple channels. In fact, under the Everyday Geek brand, I already run 2 other channels beside this one. Of course, this is my main channel. This is my main focus. This is the channel's my baby, if I'm being honest. This is the channel I put the most work in and most proud of. But I do have other channels. Everyday Geek Live, which is my VODs channel, which, in case you're unaware, I do live stream on Twitch occasionally. And once I live stream on Twitch, those videos go to my VODs channel, so you guys can watch them afterwards if you don't make it to the live stream, for example. And then I also have Everyday Geek Edits, where I do edits. I'm a big creator of editing and making edits on specific movies, TV show, games, specific characters, specific relationships and shipping culture, whatever. I've always been kind of like that creative mind, and I do post in there. I don't post in there a whole lot. My Everyday Geek Edits channel is kind of like the weird middle child of my channels, where occasionally it gets a look in and it might get a post, but most of the time it's neglected. But those 2 other channels that I run, and I do post on them. So, by the way, if you're interested, those channels will be in the description down below if you want to check them out. I understand those are very different content on those channels, hence why they are their own separate channels. But if you are interested, in the description, whatever, you can check out those channels. Anyway, I'm no stranger to running multiple channels, so it made me thinking then, should I then expand it even more to give the IRL content and the Geek Talks content its own separate channels? Now, this wouldn't necessarily affect me in terms of recording videos and editing. The recording process and the editing process would still be the same if I was uploading on this channel. The only difference would be they would then go to their own respected channels. There would be a dedicated channel for Geek Talks, and then would be a dedicated channel for IRL stuff. Like, I've got plans. I've got plans to Geek Talks, and I've got plans for IRL content, a lot more videos to come, hopefully this year and in the future. Hence why I'm making this video now, at the beginning of the year, just to get your guys' feedback on do you think this is something I should consider doing? This is something that I do really kind of want to consider doing. Like, I do genuinely want to create these channels just so I can sort of separate the content, and therefore specific audiences can just find their thing and what they're here for. But obviously, I want to make sure I get feedback from you guys about whether or not I should actually go through this. Because, you know, I will be making a jump from managing 3 channels to 5 channels, so that's still a lot, but again, it's not going to affect the recording process or the editing process. It's just going to be, hey, from now on, those type of videos will be uploaded there rather than here. That way then, if you're only interested in the gaming, here you are for the gaming. If you're interested in the Geek Talks, there's the Geek Talks. If you're interested in the IRL like stuff like mystery box openings and whatnot, channel there. Okay, you can just go to those channels and subscribe there, and you know that content's there specifically for you. So it's a nice way of kind of separating content and just, I don't know, making things seem a bit more neat in a way. I mentioned that I am a small channel, and I am, again, a very, very small channel. As I said, I'm barely a blip on YouTube's radar, but as much as I am a small channel, I am passionate about YouTube, and I want to make my content and my videos be as professional as they can be to my ability, and I just thinking doing this makes them a bit more professional, because I'm not over, like, isolating my audiences. I'm not creating 3 different audiences. Well, I am creating 3 different audiences, but specific audiences will have their own dedicated channel, rather than just having 3 various types of groups of audiences who are all just come to the same channel going, wait a minute, but I'm here for this, I don't like this, or I'm here for that, and I don't like this. So, you know, it's a nicer way of separating all the audiences, and people can just find what content they want. So, if you're here for the gaming, you're here. You're here for the Geek Talks, they're there. You're here for the IRL stuff, they're over there. You know, separate content, and obviously, if you guys, you know, like all 3 content, and hey, you got 2 other channels to subscribe to, potentially. Again, this idea is not set in stone yet. I'm not going, hey guys, I'm doing this now. I'm making this video as a way to reach out to you guys, so just here's some of your guys' thoughts about the idea. It is an idea I do consider doing. I just want to make sure that you guys, as the audience, feel okay about this. The idea of having 2 other channels to potentially subscribe to and separating the content just a bit more. Because at the end of the day, all the stuff I do, all the content I make is for you guys, and I think it's very important for me to get feedback from you guys about this potential idea. It is something I do consider doing, but I want your guys' feedback first before I do it. Anyway, that's the purpose of this little video. I do apologize again if it's a bit dramatic with the clickbaity, not clickbaity, but like the we need to talk drama title. You know, I just, you know, wanted to make a video that will help reach out to you guys, because I do feel like if I just made a YouTube post, it wouldn't get the reach that I want. So yeah, hopefully you guys don't mind this little video. Normal videos will hopefully resume very, very soon. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and be sure to let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments. But until the next video, guys, have a good day.